Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is, of course, Wednesday, and that means it's update day here in Warzone in Modern Warfare 3. And today we actually have some surprise updates live in game, some routine updates live in game. We've got a few extra details on what to expect for what is kind of part 2 of this update happening later on this week. It's kind of strange. We know that a significant update is coming this week. It's just constantly a matter of when. Okay, not today, maybe the next day, maybe the next. But as we get into all the update details and all the new changes today, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel or you simply have not subscribed yet, let's change that, because every single day I got you covered with all things going on in the world of Call of Duty. But initially, as far as today's update goes, let's start first over on the Call of Duty Updates Twitter or X account, because we do have a couple of new in-game updates that are now live courtesy of this account, but also a couple of other things they have revealed in the recent days. So initially here, a pretty big one for Modern Warfare Zombies. An update was released earlier today which addressed an issue where some players were unable to progress Modern Warfare 2 weapon camo challenges after the Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 update. This has been an ongoing issue really for a lot of MW2 guns. Those who are going for their bioluminescent mastery camo grind on those weapons probably found that as you're going through, certain ones just straight up do not track whatsoever. Now, it's convenient in the sense that you don't have to do every single MW2 gun to get bioluminescent. You can sort of pick and choose what weapons you want to go for. So if you do find one that's bugged, you can always move on to a different one and it won't like necessarily halt your progress by any means, but it is a significant problem that's been ongoing. So according to the COD Updates Twitter account, that is now updated and that is now fixed. That said, there are still some unlock issues with a lot of MW2 weapons in specific. Like I know, for instance, the ISO 9mm, its unlock criteria challenge for MW3 just doesn't work. So as an alternative, just a heads up, little PSA here, if you want to unlock an MW2 gun that is not currently tracking correctly, you can always go into Zombies and try and find it from like a wall buy or the mystery box or ground loot. And if you exfil with that gun, just like back in DMZ, it'll then unlock for you and you don't have to do the actual unlock challenge for it. That applies to anything you don't have, unlocked here in MW3 or MW2. So little heads up there, but yeah, ultimately camo challenges on MW2 guns should be working as intended now. Call of Duty Updates has also previewed another new fix inbound here for Warzone. They say they're investigating an issue causing some melee hits to do more damage than intended. So we know melee spam in Warzone has always kind of been a wonky thing. Sometimes we see crazy lunges that are way too overpowered, or randomly it'll feel like you get 2-hit meleeed when it shouldn't be that quick of a death. So nice to see that they are looking into this and updating that melee mechanic so it's not as easily abused or random and ends your gameplay because you just happen to get unlucky and that melee hit did do more damage than it was supposed to do. And then this update is particularly surprising because it's actually not MW3 and it's not Warzone. It's DMZ. I wasn't expecting this tweet at all, but COD Updates did say, hey, in DMZ, we've released a small update that temporarily removes disguises from the loot pool while they investigate an issue. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know they were actively still investigating things with DMZ. Obviously, we know it's not getting any new updates or any new major changes because it's not a part of MW3. It just simply exists so you can play it if you want, but nice to see that they are still actually going through and fixing some, issues, or at least looking into some issues here and there. So if you're still going back and playing DMZ, you do have some good news there. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably wondering is, Zach, what's going on with this weapons update, this meta update that's coming that Raven previewed and said, hey, next week we've got a weapons update coming. It is next week now, and they guaranteed an MTZ Interceptor Nerf was coming. Well, as of right now, still not live, which is kind of inconvenient to say the least. I'm definitely excited to see the meta without the Interceptor being spammed every game, but we know they said midweek next week, which really just applies to Tuesday, today Wednesday, or tomorrow Thursday. And if it's not live today, obviously didn't go live yesterday, process of elimination has arrived at tomorrow Thursday. We should see this update go live. And another curious thing to look out for is the PlayStation Game Size Twitter account did post that a new title update has actually been added to the database. So the 1.37 title update could potentially be coming alongside this weapons update tomorrow, and we actually have like a physical download for this. We did see a weird like 1.5 gig update go live on PC earlier this week back on Tuesday, but there weren't any patch notes or changes associated with that, so we're not too sure what that was about. But we could apparently have a title update going live with this, so something to keep an eye on there. It is also possible that maybe this is just the early season 1 reloaded title update, but for that we're just gonna have to wait and see, obviously. But we do know for a fact that yes, this meta update is still coming, and if it's not today, it's got to be tomorrow. Hey everyone, real quick, wanted to give a shout out to my friends over at G Fuel. Start your 2024 off right feeling energized and focused. You already know when I need that quick and easy boost, I'm going right for a fresh cup of G Fuel. Right now my go-to flavors got to be hype sauce, watermelon limeade, and starfruit. They're all bangers, but I mean, they got so many different flavor options. There's really something for everyone. So if you want to try G Fuel for the first time or maybe restock some of your favorites, throw in code IMMORTAL at checkout. It'll get you that 20 to 30% off discount on everything on the site, and the link for that will be down in the description below if you're interested. Now, as a part of today's update, we also ended up getting our new weekly update and new aftermarket update, which features a new aftermarket part, this time for the AMR9, and it's called the Etten aftermarket part. And this is actually a double barrel mod, so it's like an akimbo AMR9 in a sense. Obviously it says that this is the final week listed currently with week 6, but know that next week with season 1 reloaded, we're still going to have week 7 and week 8 drop, obviously, so you can go through and complete the coherence camo. But of course with week 6 we now have a bunch of new challenges to complete. You only have to complete 5 to unlock this aftermarket part between multiplayer, zombies, and battle royale, so you can mix and match however you please. But for multiplayer here initially, get 30 operator hip fire kills with a recommended weapon, get 10 operator double kills with recommended SMGs. That's especially easy in like hardcore. Get 15 operator point blank kills with the AMR9, so you have to be right up in their face. Get 3 operator kills without dying 5 times with recommended SMGs. Get 30 operator kills while moving with the AMR9. Get 10 operator double kills with recommended LMGs, then get 5 operator kills after reloading with recommended LMGs. So a couple of these you might be able to double up on, but for the most part, these are relatively individual challenges this week. For zombies for this one, you need to get 500 hip fire kills with a recommended weapon, pretty straightforward. Get 5 rapid kills 15 times with recommended SMGs. Get 300 kills with the AMR9 while using 5 attachments, so fully loaded there obviously. Get 10 consecutive kills without taking damage with recommended SMGs. You can do a lot of these together and at once in the same game. Get 300 kills while moving with the AMR9. You can do this with hip fire and just sort of strafe back and forth. Get 5 special zombies kills with recommended LMGs, and get 150 toxic damage kills with recommended LMGs, so you do need brain rot for that. And then lastly, for battle royale, pretty straightforward as they are every single week. This time it's going to be looting various different chests, either normal or legendary chests in the various different regions. So you got the northwest region, you've got the eastern region, the central region, and the southern region. Then the more straightforward ones are complete 15 contracts, and then also in Warzone get 40 operator kills or kill assists with a recommended weapon. So for the most part, very straightforward tasks this week and challenges this week, but they are a bit tedious just because there aren't as many as in recent weeks that you can do all in one match, maybe outside of zombies with a few specific ones there. And well, the aftermarket part dropped, but you can't actually unlock it. COD Updates posted this shortly after the aftermarket part update went live, saying, hey, we're investigating an issue preventing the Jack Etten double barrel kit from being equipped after completing the weekly challenge requirement. So now the Jack Etten double barrel and the tier aftermarket part, the whole marksman rifle kit there, are bugged for this. So you can complete both those weeks and have nothing to show for it outside of your camo progress. They are obviously going to fix and update both of these, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. But yeah, just a heads up, new aftermarket part doesn't work either. Now, usually with the standard weekly updates, we also end up seeing some playlist updates, but for whatever reason, this week they have switched it to Thursday, maybe because they're trying to like coincide those updates with all the upcoming meta changes and everything going on there with the full patch notes tomorrow. So no changes there as of now, but we should expect that. We know for Warzone for sure, we're going to have our dedicated quads playlist being Vondel because of the public vote from Raven's Twitter this week, but full on changes with the playlist and the modes should be associated with the update tomorrow and all the meta changes. So yeah, that is effectively everything that ended up changing in today's new sort of mini update and slight patch note update for MW3 and Warzone. Of course, once we see the full meta update go live later on this week, you guys know I'll be covering all the patch notes right as they drop. So stick it here for that alongside everything else going on in COD by hitting that subscribe button and turning on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this one, let me know by dropping a like on it on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.